Charles stands at a moment that feels less ceremonial and more consequential than anything he has yet faced. The pageantry, the handshakes, the rehearsed smiles, none of that will be enough this time. The relationship between Britain and America, once described with easy confidence as special, now feels strained, almost brittle. Words have been thrown around carelessly, comparisons drawn recklessly, and history invoked with a sharpness that lingers. In the middle of this, the king is no longer just a symbol. He is, whether he prefers it or not, a bridge that may either hold or collapse under pressure. As the visit to the United States approaches, the stakes grow heavier by the day. This is not a routine diplomatic tour, not another polite exchange of compliments and carefully worded statements. It is a test of influence, of presence, of whether a monarch in the modern world still holds the quiet authority to steady turbulent waters. There is a sense that no one else can quite reach where the king might. Politics has limits, rhetoric has consequences, but legacy, tradition, and personal reverence operate on a different level entirely. Whether Charles admires or distrusts the figures he is about to engage with is ultimately irrelevant. The crown does not allow for such luxuries. Duty, in its purest form, demands composure over opinion, restraint over reaction. Yet the question lingers beneath the surface. Can he move beyond the instinct to please, to soften every edge, and instead act with clarity and purpose? The late Queen mastered that balance with almost effortless precision. Now, the expectation rests on Charles to prove he understands that diplomacy is not always gentle. Sometimes it requires firmness wrapped in grace. While the world watches the stage being set for a meeting of global significance, smaller, more personal dramas attempt to pull attention away. The absence of reconciliation within his own family speaks quietly but loudly enough. There will be no detours, no emotional reunions, no blending of private wounds with public responsibility. At the same time, narratives from across the ocean continue to unfold, carefully curated glimpses of domestic life, moments that feel less spontaneous and more strategic. In an age where image often overshadows substance, even the most intimate details risk becoming currency. In the end, this is about more than repairing a strained alliance. It is about defining what kind of King Charles intends to be, not in speeches or ceremonies, but in action, measured, deliberate, and unmistakably purposeful. The world will not remember the pleasantries exchanged or the smiles captured for cameras. It will remember whether something shifted, whether tension eased, whether a fragile connection was strengthened. This is the quiet burden of the crown, to step forward when it matters most, and to carry not just history, but expectation, into a moment where failure is simply not an option.